Hi everyone, welcome to my very first video on Skillified. As a student from Delhi University's North Campus, I have faced the struggle of managing time during those lengthy 3 hour examinations. If you have felt ever overwhelmed while writing a paper, you are in the right place. Today, I'll share some time management tips that have worked wonders for me and can help you to ace your exams. So let's dive in. Mastering time management tips for successful exam performance. These are the basic contents that I'll be dealing in and some sharing some insights into them. So effective time management is not a big task. There are very few points that one can when one keeps in mind and one can ace their examination. For the very first thing that I believe is the examination format. Whether your examination is of AEC, WAC, or SEC, your time duration matters. If you have a core examination of 3 hours, or you have a GE paper, general elective paper of 3 hours, you need to keep the time in mind because the paper is going to be lengthy. You need to be very much focused while doing it. Generally, the Delhi University exams is of 2 to 3 hours. If you are preparing for any other exams, I'll talk about it in details in separate video, but I'll try to keep it for Delhi University in this video. So, scoring system is something that you need not worry about right now. Setting realistic goals for each examination. What I mean is there are two parts generally of your paper. One is the part A, one is the part B. In part A, generally the short questions are there. I'm talking about English honors in specific. If you have political science or history, the paper format varies and every question carries same marks. So you need to be focused on the sections which are of higher marks. What I believe is attempt the question with greater marks because you're not in a good practice of attempting questions as of now. If you attempt the lengthy questions first, as in the 20 markers first, then you'll be able to attend the rest of the people tension free. Also, I believe that it's not a rush of paper. You should not write like quantity filling up pages. I agree, for a Delhi University paper quantity does matters, guys. Don't take quantity for advantage that quantity does not matter. यहाँ लोग पन्ने गिनते हैं. I will be very honest with you in this fact, but ऐसा नहीं है. If you are filling up quantity, people are not fools. There are very well qualified professors who will assess you based on your quality content too. What I feel is quantity and quality both need to be balanced. Now, what I mean by quantity and quality both need to be balanced is that you need to write things, the keywords. You don't have to write everything in a very qualitative way and describing them with good adjectives and verbs. Nothing such required. Only the keywords, but nothing rubbish as well that you're cooking up stories and repeating points, because professors will skim through your answers. By skimming I mean कि एक नजर मारेंगे वो तुम्हारे आंसर्स पे. They don't have time कि एक एक क्वेश्चन वो बैठ के पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है. So the thing is, you need to be thorough with what your professor is reading through. Also, I mean, timed practice sessions. Now I know we all are lazy, but I believe कि तुम्हें पेपर से पहले at least you should have a habit of writing at least some questions. Not, if you can't take a sitting of 3 hours on a straight hand, just try to write at least one or two questions before your paper so that you have the idea that इस question में मुझे इतना time लग रहा है. On the paper itself you don't have time to assess कि इस question में मैं 20 मिनट लगाऊंगी. Do carry a watch with yourselves. I believe I am a person who gets stressed out when I don't carry a watch. So I believe watch के साथ you need to match your time. Okay, analyzing performance and all these tasks I believe कि you need to do it in your internals में try करो कि you know कि when how much am I prepared in this topic and all. But if we are watching this 2 or 3 days before our examination, these weak areas and practice aren't of much help for us. Now, allocating time wisely during the exams, what I mean by this thing is that अगर 20 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है, तुम्हारे दिमाग में होना चाहिए कि इसको मेरे को 30 मिनट्स में कवर करना है. If not 30 minutes, then 35 minutes. क्योंकि there are certain number of questions that you have. That's why I said paper format बहुत ढंग से पता होना चाहिए, whether it's an objective paper or a subjective paper. But you need to allocate time very very wisely during the exam. 10 marks के question के लिए for me 20 minutes is more than enough. For a 20 marker questions, I believe that 30-35 minutes is much more than enough. Now, prioritizing questions, I have already discussed this above. What I meant by is was कि 20 markers should be attempted first than the 10 markers, or if your paper is of history or polity or something like that subject, the 18.5 markers, everything carries the same weightage, but there are subparts in your question. By subparts, I mean like there are short notes. So I would say that attempt the short notes first, because short notes take time than a regular long question. Coming to next point, strategies for staying calm. These are like, I believe, jo 15-20 minutes pehle we should definitely arrive on our examination hall. We should draw the lines in a paper if required. I believe for a Delhi University examination, drawing margins is a very crucial thing, because you can't fill up pages thoroughly if you don't know so much content, and which generally most of us don't know. I would say carry a water bottle, keep yourself very much hydrated, because it's a 3 hour long paper. Any, anyways, we'll come like reviewing answers. Now, this is one thing that every student faces a crisis at, because 3 घंटे के पेपर में वी आर जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन राइटिंग द पेपर्स. तो वेन शुड वी रिव्यू आर पेपर? आई वुड से कि तुम्हें टाइम नहीं मिलेगा टू रिव्यू योर पेपर unless and until you are giving a second whack papers. In that still you get time. I would say still in that also, because the time duration is less, the weightage of marks is more, we have to fill sheets. So review them while you're writing the paper. I mean by this is underline your answers well enough while writing your paper itself. Verify your answer sheet when and only you're writing the answers. You'll not get any extra time after writing all the questions. If you think that there is a time for quick scan, go ahead then and there itself. Don't rely at the last minute, because professors won't, the examination invigilators won't give you extra time. Okay, so this was enough. I know most of you will be watching it before your examinations, or 10 or 15 days more. I don't want to take a more time, but any questions, anything about Delhi University or etc., if I can help you, you can drop me any messages in the comments, or mail me at my email ID skillified6@gmail.com. Thank you so much.